Our first Cavaliers topic of the day is brought to us by Buckeye State Credit Union. If you're unfamiliar with them, let me introduce you to the financial friend you didn't know you needed until right now. Buckeye State Credit Union is a local brand that offers a wide range of products, from checking accounts to home equity lines of credit and even auto loans. They have some of the lowest rates around and are committed to serving Northeast Ohio. The Cleveland location is in Shaker Heights, but they have 5 brick-and-mortar locations across the state. Buckeye State Credit Union is here to help make your life easier. They make banking more convenient, always putting the customer first, so you leave feeling cared for, valued, and respected. Connect, simplify, and adapt. Those are the core values that make Buckeye State Credit Union the right choice for you. For more information, head to buckeyecu.org. Buckeye State Credit Union, your money simplified. So Game 3 is tonight, and yesterday, Joe Varden, another friend of the program, tweeted out that there was a growing optimism that Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and DeAndre Hunter would try and play today. Earlier this morning, Danny Cunningham, Locked On Cavs, also friend of the program, he is in Indianapolis for shoot-around and said Darius, Evan, DeAndre are all present and going through post-shoot-around shooting here in Indy. They remain questionable, but that is obviously a good sign for the Cavs' chances tonight. If you remember, none of those 3 participated in shoot-around during Game 2. So the fact they're at least on the court going through shoot-around and extra shooting afterwards is a positive sign. Yeah. J.G., Dustin, Bull, do you guys believe all 3 will play? None of them will play? 2 of the 3, 1 of the 3? How do you think the injury situation for Cleveland pans out tonight when they take the court in a must-win, crucial Game 3
it's
against
a guess.
the Pacers?
Yeah, I mean, how would you possibly know?
Educated guess, but a guess.
I feel like Darius. The hardest one is Mobley because it's a sprained ankle. I mean, if you can't move on a sprained ankle, I don't know. But I'm going to guess that all 3 play because that's it. They lose this game, the season's over. I mean, I know it's not technically over, but it's over if they lose this game. So if they have any ability to play on any level at all, I think they're going to try. I would hope.
I mean, listen, they were all on the court for shoot-around.
Yeah.
They were all participating in a post-shoot-around, which means you're able to be somewhat mobile.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, time to go.
Yeah.
Time to play tonight. I'm surprised they didn't play in Game 2, to be honest with you. This is like a Game 7. It's like win or go home kind of deal. I understand, like Bull said, it's not really technically over, but you ain't coming back from down 0-3 to a team that's a really good team. I mean, I think we've taken this series maybe for granted because the Pacers are a really good team. The Cavs have had their struggles with them throughout the year, but we can't win without those guys. I promise you that.
Yeah.
I love it. See, you get the football guys talking. None of these are football injuries. None of these even. As a matter of fact, your team.
You don't make the injury report these things.
The team captain comes in and gets you out of the training room. Hey, dog, we going to warm up today. Like that. That is not. You don't get to skip for those. Now listen, this is the season. This is what coaches talk about when they go into the locker room and say, guys, this is why we run all them sprints. This is why we lift all these weights. This is why we gave you rest during the regular season. You guys do all of that to get to this point, and you got to have a gut check, and you got to gut it out. All 3 of them should be playing. Not only should all 3 of them be playing, all 3 of them should not even be coerced to play. They should be going to them, telling the team doctors, I'm playing, don't even worry about it, get it about it.
Hey, let me tell you something. My ankle was the size of a softball. I had sprained it on a Thursday practice, and we're playing Kent State on Saturday. This is 0-2. Action.
Yeah, there you go.
I was in a walking boot. I did the team walk from the Skull Session to the stadium in a walking boot. It looked like I played. And I put the boot on after the game and went home in the boot.
Were you shot up?
No
tore it off.
I was shot up with adrenaline because I'm playing in the game.
You always get that adrenaline rush.
This high school.
That's a nothing game. That's a game against Kent State.
Against St. Xavier.
That's what I'm saying.
State championship game. Fell off Tyler Everett's porch.
Yeah.
I was crying. I'm not going to be able to play. Listen, hairline fracture. Guess what? They told me I had to practice to be able to play. I practiced 2 days and played on it. This is high school. I didn't get no money. Come on, dog. We got to see it. We got to see it right now, Jay. Come on now.
All
Listen,
3 will play.
You still running around here getting MRIs and you 60.
Yeah. Saw a doctor yesterday.
Look, not 60 yet, only 59.
Trying to get
don't
it going.
push it, G. Come on, bro.
Trying to get it going. You sure I can't play next week? Yeah, Jay. You can't play next week, dog.
I've always wished that there was a machine that you could plug into and you could, for 20 seconds, feel what the athlete is feeling. Because I will say this, in all three of their defense, and I'm going to go hard in a second, but in the defense of all three of them, none of us here know.
No.
We've all had our own injuries. We all have stories of playing injured. There's a difference between hurt and injured.
Right.
I don't know what they're feeling, but here's what I know. This is the most important game of their lives.
Yes.
Can anybody say that any of these guys have played a more important game?
At least to this point in their lives.
Not to this point.
Yeah.
I mean, they may next week.
Yeah.
They may in a month. But right now,
national championship count?
No, it's a big game. It's a huge game, and I know that. But those guys, if you ask them, what is a bigger spot, the national championship game, or down 0-2 on the road to a team that you were heavily favored to beat in the conference semis, when the other team who's been on your radar all year is the team you've got to jump over, is also swimming down 0-2.
Yep.
Like, this is it, guys. This is the biggest game of their lives.
Yep.
And here's the question none of us can answer. Will they finish? I don't know.
Yeah, right.
But they damn well better be out there trying.
And a part of the equation here that none of us mentioned is that, put that list up again, please, Mike, or
Yeah,
Steve.
it's coming.
So we got a list of 4 guys on the injury report there, guys. You know what's different of one guy on that list?
Mitchell.
The 4th guy on that list has played.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, like you said, Jay, we don't know exactly. Those guys may all be more injured, in more pain than Donovan. But they might not be. And Donovan might be just the one saying, I don't care,
You know
I'm
what?
playing.
Bull, that's a great point. But when you watched him,
Yeah.
this is what I felt I was watching Tuesday night. I felt like I was watching a car race. And I'm not a big NASCAR fan, but that's the analogy that comes to mind. I'm watching a race, and one car is just, dominating all the other cars.
Yeah.
For 495 miles. And then we get down to 5 miles to go. And the 20-second lead gets down to 10, gets down to 4. And I feel like I'm watching this car, and it's losing power. It's running out of gas.
Yeah.
And you're going, and it's coming around turn 4, and there's the checker. And you're like, oh, my God, just hit the gas. Hit the gas. The problem was Donovan Mitchell was the car, and he was exhausted because he had 4 guys on his back all night.
All night.
Carried
with an injury.
He had 4 of his teammates on his back for the entire 46 first minutes. The last 50 seconds, I've never seen a colossal meltdown in any sport as bad as that. Every single thing that they could do wrong, they did. They did nothing right. They couldn't inbounds. They couldn't block out. They couldn't get off a shot. They did nothing right. And I felt like it was a car that was running out of gas, and you were hoping they could somehow coast across the finish line, and it didn't happen.
And the bad part about this is
it's a wasted game for Donovan.
Yes.
So you can't get the energy back.
No.
You can't get the physical pain that he put on his calf to play through. If you didn't know we were going to lose the game, you'd have said, Donovan, we'll sit you out. Bring that energy for game 3.
Yes, absolutely.
But now it's gone.
You look at the landscape in the NBA. The worst part about it is this championship is wide open.
Oh,
yeah,
still very wide open.
Listen, look around what's happening in the league. Do you see juggernauts out there that you just chalking up L's to? You got an opportunity right now to do something special, and you got the Indiana Pacers, and no disrespect to the Indiana Pacers. I think they played a lot of the games, they played harder, they've executed, they've done exactly what they've needed to do. But if you look at what the Cavs have done, the Cavs have given away games. The Cavs have had mental lapses in terms of defense. And Indiana's a good team. But a few things here or there, you squint and you look, you say, the Cavs could have won those 2 games. Now, look, you go into this game right here, and I love it because you're going to see exactly what the Cavs are made of. All you got to do is win 1 game. If you win 1 game, I think, seriously, it does put a little more pressure on Indiana because now it's like, hey,
a lot of pressure.
You just won 2 games for Cleveland. You telling me you about to blow this?
I think the Cavs need to set the tone in this game right away. I want to see somebody throw an elbow,
I agree,
do something
Joel.
right. Donovan Mitchell is getting the crap beat out of him the entire game. He's getting knocked on his ass, and nobody's had his back.
And you know what? The officials are telling you that's cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it.
It's physical.
So we've got the green light
Let's
to
go.
do it. Now let's go.
I don't-
Mike, I want to ask you a question about the officiating. So I wasn't here on Wednesday, so I don't know what was said. Yesterday, I imagine, was even better discussion because by that point, we knew that the NBA had come out and said, "Oop, our bad." I heard from so many NBA people yesterday saying, you know what, Cleveland fans, pipe down. That's never called. Why is the NBA has set themselves up for a disaster that has come to fruition by having a rule that is never enforced?
They have a lot of rules that are never enforced. They don't call travels.
I know they do, but it's almost like in baseball, the strike zone officially in the rule book is the letters to the knees. Well, it hasn't been that for years.
I just felt like the Cavs didn't lose that game because of the officials. They lost the game because they choked the game away.
I know they didn't.
Yeah.
But, Mike, is it because they never call it, are they off the hook for what happened at the end of Game 2? Because I don't think they are. That was a huge spot in the game. They're really looking at that tape to see who wins the game.
Well,
and there was a violation. It was a clear violation.
Well, they called double lane. The 2-minute report came out, and they called double lane violations.
Yes.
On both, meaning
yes.
Cleveland was in violation.
Well, what does that do, though,
and
Mike?
Indiana.
Exactly.
It's a jump ball. It's a jump ball.
100%. So let's go.
Bull's right. They didn't lose because of the refs.
No, I'm not saying they did, but I don't think they're off the hook.
The NBA, and we talked about this yesterday, so I want to dive fully back into it.
I know.
I have no idea. I cannot find one person, a single person out there, that can give me a valid reason why the NBA even releases a 2-minute report.
I don't either.
Yeah,
all it does is start these conversations, and it does not change the outcome.
It's transparency. That's why they do it.
Listen,
that is the answer.
I understand that, but like, who benefits from it?
We all know this,
nobody.
guys. Yeah. Guys, we all know this. You know what they're telling you? The NBA in every league, they give people the benefit of the doubt. They err on the side of who is the most aggressive. They're going to give you that call if you're aggressive. And the Indiana Pacers, you know what they do? They take it to the limit. The New York Knicks, they take it to the limit. The Boston Celtics take it to the limit. We got guys, I can't believe these guys said that we get the Nice Guy Awards. The reason why you don't get those calls is because down the stretch, you're not aggressive, you're not putting the energy, you're not putting effort in, and they're going to penalize you for it. You guys, they have to get through their heads. No one's going to give the Cavs calls. They have to play to the nth degree like the rest of these teams do. Yeah. And if they start doing that, they might start getting these calls. But they're looking at these guys falling on the floor like, come on, brother, I'm not calling that in 2 minutes. Yeah. You're not being aggressive enough. They got to kick that up. They got to ratchet that up.
I feel like there's a Cavs player on the floor every 5
all the
minutes.
time.
Yeah, there are. Yeah.
There's no repercussions.
None.
We don't knock their guy. Why is Halliburton get to skate around? So here's what you do. One of the bigs. Put Tristan Thompson in. Can we get Halliburton in the first row real quick? I'm just saying, because Donovan Mitchell on the ground every other play.
Yeah, I agree.
Come on, guys.